You better be careful when you set out to mistreat people, to dig a ditch. My mom and daddy used to say all the time, if you dig one ditch, you better dig two. But you better be careful how you treat people. I don't know if you guys remember. I was complaining and complaining, and I even shed a few tears a couple of times. There, this lady and her adopted daughter moved upstairs, in the upstairs apartment over me, and I was glad about it because I was like, we don't have to worry about children jumping up and down and running all through the house all the times of the day and night. Because the previous tenants that lived up there, it was a husband and a wife, and they had two, uh, a boy and a girl, and everybody. I don't mean this in an ugly way, but all four of them were overweight. And so, I mean, you could hear if they tiptoed across the floor, you could hear them. And the boy had his room was right over mine, and he would play basketball. He would shoot hoops in his room, and I mean, it was just horrible. So when these two people moved upstairs, because of course I would tell the complex manager, can you talk to them? Can you tell them to keep the noise down? So finally, I think they got evicted. They got evicted for something like not having batteries in their fire alarm on several occasions. Yeah, the management out here is petty. But anyway, so when this older lady and her adopted daughter moved upstairs, I was like, wow, finally, we got somebody up here I don't have to worry about. I'd be doggone. I almost said something else. I'd be doggone. They had been upstairs 2 weeks. And I began to hear uh, children just jumping and keeping up noise. And I mean, it was like World War 17 up there. So I go upstairs and knock on the door and trying to be as nice and polite as possible. She opened the door and I asked her, I said, can you please? Because this was during the time where I was initially going through all kinds of different health issues, and I just want to rest and try to get through all the pain and stuff that's going on in my leg and in my hip. So she opens the door, and and I can see behind her where she has two little boys, and they get on the couch and jump off the couch onto the floor. They continue doing that, and come to find out, she had told another one of the neighbors that she was gonna open a daycare. That's a no-no in this complex. You can't open businesses here. But anyway, that went on for a while. Every time I go up there, last time I went up there, knock on the door, she snatched that door open, and I said, I'm not feeling good. Can you please get the children, tell the children to kind of calm down? I'll try. And she slammed the door. I said, okay. Whew, excuse me. Anyway, it went on and on and on, and finally, after the children left, because I had told Brandy what I had heard that she was supposed to open a daycare, and but anyway, after the children left, I started hearing nailing and drilling, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" She was building furniture upstairs because she said she didn't have anything when she first moved in, so she was taking a wood that the other neighbor had brought her and was building tables and bookshelves and stuff like that. And well, to make a long story short, it was hell on earth. They were worse than the previous tenants. And the daughter, I think she was like 16 or 17, and she might have weighed 103, soaking wet. And that girl would get up there and walk like she was a 450-pound man, 7 feet tall. Anyway, eventually things started getting ugly, and she became disrespectful, and a little issue went on between the daughter and my grandson, and when I heard somebody arguing outside my window, so I went. I had just had my eye surgery by then, and it was my grandson. He was in my yard. He was arguing with the mother, and and uh, and she called right in front of me. Now she called my grandson a stupid black ML. Yes, she did. But I told my grandson this because I turned it in. I let my manager know what's going on, and my manager is passive. She always have been passive. Anyway, nothing was ever done about it. I think she may have texted her and asked her to kind of calm down, keep it quiet up there. But I told my grandson this. I said I'm just gonna be still and I'm gonna be quiet because I told him before the end of the year. Before this year is over, 2025, they're gonna be they're gonna be moved out, and I be doggone, they moved out, and they left. The woman and her adoptive daughter, they left, and they never did come back. And they had been gone like maybe almost a month, and we didn't hear nothing from them. And suddenly, this truck pulled up in front of the house, and two men went upstairs, emptied the house, the apartment, and nobody heard from them again. The point I'm making is you have to be careful how you treat people. Because last time I did hear that she had suffered a stroke or something. Oh, we have to be careful how we treat people. We can't be low down and mean and nasty and ugly and thinking that we're going to get away with it. That's it. That's all.